to fly, but I worry all the time that he will stay alive. He's done a lot of stuff that makes me wince. He's telling stories and dancing on the fence. Oh, life is a place between death and joy.
Hello, gentlemen. You're on Mountain MGTOW, where you're always welcome. Yeah, I'm filming out of the back of my yard, and not something I would usually do. I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I'd rather give you some nice scenery to look at. You can look at my bike, I guess, if you want. But I wanted to make this video quickly and respond, sort of respond, but just give you sort of my thoughts on Hammerhand's latest video. I'm sure all of us know Hammerhand. If you don't, Hammerhand MGTOW, he's been around almost as long as I have. I've been around a lot, but he generates content like crazy. I mean, he used to put out 4 videos a day. But anyway, to business. His latest video, he was explaining how he was talking with a young kid, a 20-something-year-old man. So a kid, even in my respects, he's still a kid. Hell, I even think of myself as a kid sometimes. But he knows this kid a little bit just through interactions, and he knows that he really works hard and he's really trying. And what he did for him was donate $400 to him to help get his his newly acquired used Jeep on the road and working. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. $400. The kid was absolutely awestruck, as anyone would be. I am amazed at Hammerhand's altruism, and that's something that us guys have naturally. We are altruistic. We're altruistic to those who are less well off. You know, misfortune hits some people and sometimes they need help. We recognize that. And this also overlaps into our provision and protection of women. So our altruism extends to women as well. And we don't need to do that anymore towards women. We shouldn't, and we mustn't. And it's because, well, we need to stop it. And you can argue that we're still supporting women through taxation and redistribution of wealth via the government. That's absolutely true. But that's not altruism. That is forced altruism. And we are still beholden to pay taxes, and as a result have that redistribution of wealth. That's not altruism, that's forced altruism. And when a government forces altruism, that is the end or the beginning of the end of that country, that government, and even that civilization. Forced altruism kills government. But we don't have to volunteer our altruism to women. That needs to stop. However, we are altruistic beings, and we should continue this idea of kindness amongst men. Hashtag Cam. And this kindness amongst men can be spread. And if we do this, inevitably we will have women that will go against this narrative, that will call it out, saying it's misogynistic. Misogyny. If we spread this, this could happen. This invariably will happen. And the response to it should be the same tactics that these harpies use against us. I'll explain briefly, because I don't want this video to be too long. When they say it's misogynist, or they ask you a question, or whatever the case is, if you receive any pushback from it, you respond to them in a way, and I apologize for the noise, you respond to them in a way that they can never put any onus on you. You say to them, "Why do you hate men so much?" Now, they can respond with basically anything, and you can just repeat it, because it's not a question, it's a statement. When women ask, "Where have all the good men gone?" That's not a question, it's a statement. So you use their same tactics against them, because what this does when you ask, "Why do you hate men so much?" it doesn't make you an accuser, it is establishing that they already hate it. If they refute it, they say, "Oh, I don't hate men. I never hated men." You just respond to them with, "Wow, somebody must have really hurt you in your past. Who hurt you?" You only respond with that when they ask, or when they say, "I don't hate men. Who hurt you?" And again, it's not a question, because we don't care who hurt them. We don't give a crap. We already know it was Chad and Tyrone. So we don't care who hurt them. It's a statement. It's a veiled statement. And so it immediately establishes a preponderance of a fact that they must get defensive over. And you keep repeating it until they lose the argument by flying off the handle. Why do you hate men so much? That proves that they hate men so much when they fly off the handle. Anyways, I want to wrap this up with this good intention, and I want to shout out to Hammerhand. Hammerhand, you are a saint. You amaze me. I will follow your lead, because it's a good cause and something that we've always been able to do, and some of us have done. Even myself, I've done. I'll relate one quick example. A few years ago, we'll say, 7 or 8 years ago, there was a group of kids standing and sitting by a car in a parking lot, and I had just gotten some groceries. One of the girls came up to me and said, "Can you spare a few dollars?" That's it, and I just said no. Then, as I'm loading my groceries into my truck, I notice a man, 18, 19, walking back to the car with the 2 females that were there and 1 other male. And he was holding a jerry can, and he's looking disappointed, and he just says to the 3 people there, "No luck." So then I understood they ran out of gas. They're just stranded in that parking lot. So I finished loading up my groceries, and I walk back up to the group, speaking and looking directly at the young man. I handed him $10 and I say, go get some gas. And he was incredulous. He's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I said, don't thank me, thank the Lord. I wasn't MGTOW back then, at all. I was not MGTOW. But that shows you that, you know, the seeds had already been planted. I didn't want to help that girl. Altruism amongst men, kindness amongst men. Let's get this going. Hashtag CAM, K-A-M. I think we can spread this message and we can make a real difference in young men's lives. Thanks for listening to me. I'll see you all later.